I'm Meggie Kay. So I'm exploring around Taipei right now, and just behind me is probably the icon of Taipei, Taipei 101. So let's go check that out. Taipei 101 was the tallest building in the world between 2004 and 2010. It is a great way to get a view over the city. I decided to go to the night market that was closest to my hostel, the Raohe Street Night Market. It was super crowded. The street isn't very wide, so it was pretty crammed walking through. Therefore, I didn't get a lot of really nice shots of it. There were some stalls of goods, but let's be real, I was here for the food. One of the most highly recommended places in Taipei was the National Palace Museum. It is a huge museum of ancient Chinese imperial artifacts. Alright, so I just finished up with the National Palace Museum, and I would describe it as intense. There's so much to it. I probably didn't even see the whole thing because some of the times the tour groups were in the way, and so I just skipped over it because I couldn't deal with being pushed by tour groups. There are free tours if you want a guided tour through there. I just kind of did it on my own. And there is so much to do, so much to see. I was in there for 3.5 hours, I think, something like that. Probably three hours and something. So it's a huge museum, lots to see, tons of stuff. The other thing is that as a museum lover, it might not be the greatest museum I ever went to. It is a good museum in the fact that there's so much to it and it's so detailed, and there's if you want to know anything about Chinese history, you can come here and probably find it. It's very detailed in that sense, so it's a good that. But it was a very traditional museum and a very standard museum where it was just things behind glass that you look at. And I didn't find it organized very well. There wasn't a clear direction of how to get through the museum to see things in a logical order, which again I found frustrating as a museum lover and experienced design lover. So that was a bit meh, but in terms of just packing a bunch of knowledge into one spot, this is a good place to go. Alright, so I'm just outside of NTU Hospital Metro Station, and from here I'm going to be meeting for a free walking tour. Who doesn't love a free walking tour? And this was recommended from my hostel and it seemed pretty good. Might as well check it out. I mean, it's free, right? So it's going to be a walking tour of Old Town Taipei. So let's go see what that's like. I can't go through everything I learned and saw on the tour because that would take way too long. I learned a lot about the history of Taipei, and it was a very good tour. If you want to do a walking tour of Taipei, I definitely recommend Tour Me Away. I stopped by Huaoshan 1914 Creative Park. It was originally built as a winery, but has transformed into a multi-purpose park. There was lots of cute stores and restaurants, and I found a Canadian beer spot and stopped in for some tasting and a drink and a little bit of home. Alright, so right across the street here is Boan Temple, and this was actually recommended by the guy at my hostel, and it's like the #1 thing in my little travel guide I bought. So I'm gonna go check out the temple. Originally constructed in 1742 as a wooden shrine, it has been renovated and reconstructed numerous times. The architecture is amazing, and I found myself loving a lot of the historical buildings all throughout Taiwan, this temple in particular. Literally a 2-minute walk down the street from the Boan Temple is the Confucius Temple. So that's right behind me. I really enjoyed this temple. There was tons of information about the different teachings of Confucius and interesting interactive elements that I really didn't expect from a temple. If you want to get an amazing view of the city with Taipei 101 and not from Taipei 101, Sangshan or Elephant Mountain is the place to go. There are tons of stairs to get up the mountain, but overall it wasn't too difficult and maybe took 30 minutes to reach the very top. I decided to go for sunset and get a view of the city lights turning on. Alright, I am back down on street level now from the mountain. I couldn't wait for the sky to go completely dark to get all the lights. I was up there for like 2 hours waiting for things. So I think I got good enough footage because I have to get back to my hostel because I got some packing to do, because tomorrow morning, very, very early tomorrow morning, I'll be on a train heading somewhere else. I'm gonna go down the east coast of Taiwan, and I think I have to leave my hostel at like 6:30 in order to catch my train on time. So yeah, I'm not gonna stay out late tonight, but I figured I would end my video here like this. So if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because I'll be making more videos about Taiwan. Fun times. See ya.